This unit is on the preterite, the Pretérito Indefinido, also known as the indefinido. The three categories of irregular verbs in this unit are 3U, 3I, and 3Y. Let's look at them. The first group we'll look at are 3U. Morir and dormir are two examples of verbs in this category. That O will change to a U in the conjugation. Morí, moriste, morió, morimos, moristeis, morieron, and this tense is the past tense, so that means I died, you died, she died, we died, y'all died, and they died. What's unique about these two verbs is that the third person singular will change to a U, and the third person plural will change to a U. That's what makes it irregular in the indefinido. Dormir is the second example on this list, and you'll see that the third person singular goes to durmió, and the third person plural also goes to 3U. Dormí, dormiste, durmió, dormimos, dormisteis, and durmieron. Those two verbs are examples of words that will go 3U in the indefinido. The next category we'll see 4 examples. These will be 3I verbs. Servir and seguir are examples of many verbs that are in this category. The E will change to an I in the third person singular and the third person plural. I served, you served, she served, we served, y'all served, and they served. This will be irregular in the third person singular, sirvió, and in the third person plural, sirvieron. Seguir will be the same. Seguí, seguiste, siguió, seguimos, seguisteis, siguieron. That third person singular and third person plural will change to an I. Let's look at 2 more examples in this category. Reír, to laugh, and preferir, to prefer. And notice when you have a verb like prefer, you have 2 E's in the stem. The question becomes which of the 2 E's changes to an I. It's always going to be the E closest to the ending. So in this case, that will be preferir. It'll be that E right before the ending. That will change to an I in the third person singular and the third person plural. I laughed, you laughed, she laughed, we laughed, y'all laughed, they laughed. That third person singular will become rió, and third person plural, rieron. These are subtle changes in the language that we're pointing out here, but they're important to know so that you conjugate them correctly and use them correctly in your speech. Preferí, preferiste, prefirió, preferimos, preferisteis, prefirieron. I preferred, you preferred, he preferred, we preferred, y'all preferred, and they preferred. So you're going to see that they change E to I in the third person singular and in the third person plural in this past tense. The last category that we'll look at in this lesson are verbs that go 3Y. The verbs in this section are all UIR verbs, all the cognate verbs like concluir, destruir, influir. The 2 examples we have here are concluir and huir. Concluí, concluiste. This one will change. Concluimos, concluisteis, and this one will change. The I in the first person singular will become concluyó, and the I in the third person plural will become concluyeron. We'll see the same with a verb like huir, which means to flee or to run away. Huí, huiste, huyó, huimos, huisteis, huyeron. That was our lesson on verbs that change 3U, 3I, and 3Y in the indefinido.